Hey everybody, it's Christine and I am back with another Christmas card, and today I'm going to be featuring the freebie of the day over at Scrapbookcom, which is a Spellbinders die and stamp set, and this is a really beautiful freebie. I had so much fun playing with it and getting creative with it, so you're going to want to hustle over there and get your hands on it while you can, and I will have details on how to do that down below. It's all part of their 12 Days of Christmas giveaway program, which they actually make longer than 12 days because they're awesome like that. So let's get started. So you can see I'm running the die through my machine right now, and it's a pretty intricate die, so I ran it through multiple times, and then I am going to go ahead and just punch out all the little extra pieces that didn't just pop out on their own, and I am also going to behind the scenes employ my daughter to help with this because I punched a lot of these out. Now I am going to use these in a non-traditional manner. You can certainly use these as a, just as a sentiment placement thing or whatever. I am going to go a totally non-traditional route because that is just my style to change things up. So you will see I punched, or not punched, but cut out a lot of them, and you'll see what I'm going to do with them in a different, unique way. So right now I am going ahead and making a border on my card. I am using a 5.5 by 5.5 white card base, and I didn't have a lot of this bright red paper left, so I wanted to use it as a frame, but I needed to get bang for my buck on it. So I am just using a 1/2 inch wide border, and I am mitering the edges rather than try and mat the whole centerpiece with that. And in a moment it'll all make sense when I add what I'm going to onto the top of it. But for now, what you see is I'm just using the Easy Runner from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L, and I'm using the micro insert for that one so I can get really thin lines and go back and adhere down my corners and stuff really easily. This is a 1/8 of an inch wide adhesive, so it works really great for these smaller detailed work. Next, I'm going to use my Easy Runner Grand to adhere this beautiful patterned paper on, and this one comes from the Photoplay Paper Mad Plaid collection, which is a really pretty Christmas collection, very traditional look to it, but lots of plaid options. Now you can see I have taken those pieces that I cut out with my Spellbinders die, and I have cut them in half, and then I have adhered them onto 2-inch squares, and then you can see I centered it right there in the middle, and then I'm going to cut out a piece of foam adhesive, and I'm going to layer another one on top of it, and I'm going to do this a number of times to create a Christmas flower, Christmas doily kind of look, just a different approach to using this metal die from the traditional look. And you know, like I said, I like to try and see if I can find a clever twist on things. So you can see I'm adding layer after layer. Now if you're thinking, holy moly, that's going to be really wide, the foam adhesive that I'm using is not super thick, just enough to separate the layers without, so they don't get all smushed together. I wanted to be careful about that because there's a lot of beautiful detail on the edging, and I didn't want it to get lost by just doing a flat adhesive. And so you can see it's starting to come together. Now, if you're looking at it and going, okay, but what about the center? Yes, the center is going to get covered up here momentarily. The cardstock that I'm using is just a red textured cardstock from American Crafts. It's not anything patterned, and then there you can see I've added a little sentiment. It's a circular one because I wanted something circular there in the center, and I am going to just put that smack dab in the middle. It's got a wreath on it, and I'm going to add it has holly jolly on it, and then I'm going to add on a bow up top just to really polish off the front of the card. So kind of simple but kind of detailed at the same time. Now, as I mentioned, this also comes with a stamp, and so I wanted to make sure I could use the stamp on this card as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that on the inside of my card. Now, if you want to get your hands on this freebie, you have to visit Scrapbook.com today, and you just make any purchase and you can add it on really easily. So that's a great thing. It is while supplies last, but it's free with any shippable order. So be sure you check that out. And there you see I have the stamp now. It says just for you. And I just added a sticker right in the middle, and that is it. Simple, like I said, but still a detailed card with lots of technique involved. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my twist on the die, and I will see you again soon.